Hi everybody, this is a quick video that I wanted to record to explain some of the basics about I Can Do. First, I am not a representative for I Can Do. I'm a mom who has a kiddo on a program with I Can Do. And so when I'm reading posts in different groups that I'm in, whether it be homeschooling groups, special needs homeschooling groups, or I mean, really anywhere when I come across something where I hear a mom pleading for advice or help, and I feel like it's something that falls under the umbrella of what we've experienced with I Can Do, then I quickly make a comment posting the link, and often I'm on my way because I'm a busy mom with a homeschool kid with some special needs, and I don't have a lot of time to dig in and explain a lot right then. So this is to address some of the questions I get. Here's the deal. Long story short, I Can Do is a neurodevelopmental program. And I Can Do uses neurodevelopment as a tool to, maybe I shouldn't say that. Neurodevelopment is what they're seeking to achieve. And they use many different tools to accomplish that. And it could be anything from listening to an audio book in a child's non-dominant ear. They have ways they determine this for 10 minutes twice a day, to another listening thing, listening to Mozart in both ears for a certain number of minutes, certain number of intervals per day, to army crawling and goodness, what are some other things we do? Kicking a ball for a few minutes a day with a specific foot, often with the goal of correcting a mixed dominance issue neurologically, where, for example, for me, I'm right-handed, and I'm left eye dominant. When I go to shoot my kiddo's BB gun or whatever, I'm going to sight it with my left eye, but I'm right-handed. So that's a mixed dominance. Now for me, my mixed dominance hasn't caused any issues that look like dyslexia or ADD or anything else, but um, I'm not an expert, but from my understanding, mixed dominance can often look or exhibit symptoms of what we see as dyslexia and ADD, ADHD, and other developmental um, diagnoses. My kiddo, I self-diagnosed, but really never met an expert who disagreed with these diagnoses. With dyslexia, dyscalculia we did not struggle with, dysgraphia, and dyspraxia. That kiddo has been on program for 10 months? No, no. Today is St. Patrick's Day. August 11th will be 1 year, so it's not even been 9 months. It's been 8 months. And he's running and keeping up with boys. He's never going to be an athlete. That's okay. But he's keeping up with the boys now where he didn't have an interest to before. He is growing in leaps and bounds academically and just so many different things. We have a road ahead of us. We are not done here, but it's been a tremendous help for us. But what we have gained the most from I Can Do, what we have appreciated, not gained, but what we've appreciated the most from I Can Do is that it is a partnership, and that is what I needed. I needed something besides a doctor saying, this is what you do, go do it, see you later. Take two, call me in the morning, which really, let's face it, with ADD, often is what you get. Go take this medication, call me if something goes sideways, but this is what's going to fix your kid, to fit in the box that society expects them to fit in. And here's the deal. Oftentimes, at least for our kiddo, it's proving to be that there was just some neurological misalignments going on, some things that I mean, these are my layman terms, guys. I'm not a neurodevelopmentalist. So my understanding as a mom is that he just had some mixed dominance issues, some neurologic organizing that needed refined, and that is what we're doing. So every day we're working our tail off. We are busting it trying to do a list of about 38 different things each day. We don't get them all done. We're not perfect. But this list of 38 things changes once every 4 months. Some things stay, some things add in, some things drop out. We visit with I Can Do one time every 4 months, and they reevaluate my kiddo and decide what new activities are the best for his neurodevelopment. And then at that point, prescribe a new program. It is prescribed that day, that appointment. We leave trained to execute that program for the next 4 months, and we don't have to go back. So we're blessed that I Can Do meets in our town. I don't know how we got that lucky. I don't know how that worked out, but it did, and it worked out beautifully. And I have to tell you though, if I had to drive 3-4 hours now, knowing what I Can Do has done for our kiddo, we would drive 3 or 4 hours that every 4 months for an appointment, and it would be 100% worth it for us. The cost is another thing I get a lot of questions about. I did a cost analysis for us. We were facing a decision of I Can Do or vision therapy. And we definitely had some behavioral optometry issues going on, which a lot of these kiddos often have. We were really needing to focus on doing behavioral therapy, or sorry, behavioral optometry would have led us to vision therapy. Forgive my misspeak. And I, oh, I labored over this decision, guys. I Can Do on one hand versus uh, um, vision therapy on the other. So neurodevelopmental path versus vision therapy path. And what it came down to was the vision therapy path was going to be grueling, a grueling strain on our family. It was a 30-day therapy that was going to be, we had to be in their office over an hour away every morning at 8 a.m. for a 1 hour, or even may have been 30-minute segment of therapy. We had a 4-hour break, and we had to be back in their office 4 hours later for another therapy appointment. Again, 30 minutes or an hour, I forget which it was. It was literally going to consume our entire day, because then remember, we had to drive an hour home, and we have other kiddos. We had to do school pickup, and we would have had to do dinner, and we would have had to do it all over again the next day. That was to be for 18 days. And no, I'm sorry, that part was for 12 days. And then we were supposed to do 18 days of that therapy. A good portion of it was to come home with us, and we were to do it at home. And when I looked at the cost of strain on our family and time tax to us, it was high. It was way high. And we face it, we special needs moms, we have a lot on us. And to add that much additional strain was just something that was a big deterrent for me. And when I looked at I Can Do and thought, gosh, I have someone who I can contact with questions at any time. They're partnering with me. They're teaching me how to be the teacher for this therapy. They're equipping me. This is what I want. I want to be the person providing that therapy to my kiddo in our home consistently. And it just seemed to make more sense that we'd have neurological gains from doing something more long-term than just 30 days. It just seemed like our gains would stick. So long story short, belabored over the decision, but finally ultimately landed on we're going to do I Can Do. And here's the bonus. It was half the cost of that vision therapy for the course of a year's therapy with I Can Do. And I don't know if therapy is the right word, but a year's worth of program with I Can Do was half the cost of this vision therapy. So it was extremely high cost to go to them. It was extremely high stress tax, if you will. And then I Can Do was way less of all of those things. And so it ultimately became a decision I had a lot of peace with. And it has not failed me. It has been a blessing. When you look at what I Can Do stands for, they're Christian-based. And I love that piece. I love that they are looking at also the whole kid, not just their vision and behavioral optometry issues, not just auditory processing issues, not just behavior issues. They are looking at what is causing all of these things to be exhibiting, and they have a way that they look at these things and then set forth a path to correct the root cause. I'm a root cause girl. I'm going to go to the doctor and go, okay, you can give me a pill for my acid reflux, but I want to know, why do I have acid reflux? And these guys look at the why. So that's the long and short, I guess. I mean, it's 10 minutes. I really thought I'd do this in 3 or 4. Sorry. But feel free to message me with other questions, but ultimately I will just say call your nearest I Can Do. They have other affiliates if they're not in your area. There's other regional networks or connections to their network that they can connect you to if you're not here in the Midwest like I am. So blessings to you all in your journey, and I hope that this is just a little piece of help that leads you in the right path for you and your family and your kiddo or kiddos. Thanks a bunch.